What's up everybody, VB here, bringing you some Gotham City Impostors gameplay, and you should really check out the fog and mist around where I live at the moment. It is ridiculously bad. I mean seriously, it's like a horror film. The only thing missing is some crazy old coot in the background going, "Don't go out on the moors!" Oh yeah, that's the reason I don't do accents, because I'm terrible at them. In this week's video, after I've just turned my iPhone off because I had a notification that interrupted my recording, thank you technology, we're going to be talking about those brand new community challenges which have only just been released at the time of doing this recording, and in the second half of the video, I'm not going to be talking about my loadout so much this week, because once you see what I'm running with in the video itself, you probably already know what the class is because I've showcased it in a previous video, but I will put the class itself down in the description just in case you're unsure. But what I'm going to do instead is just have a natter about why I haven't done any Argle Bargle this weekend, which is kind of weird because that's the issue I wanted to address in the Argle Bargle itself. Oh my god, it's like Inception, I think I'm getting a headache. But before we kick things off, or before my mind implodes, whichever happens first, just to let you know that in the background there is a game of TDM being played on the amusement mile, with me using one of the weapons in this week's challenges. Well, I say one of the weapons, the other one isn't really a weapon as such. So with regards to the challenges this week, you've got 4 to tackle. You've got 1 community, 2 camo, and 1 calling card. Now, the important thing to stress about this week's challenges is they don't expire on Friday this week. Oh, no. They expire next Monday, October the 29th. So you've got, well, it's not really a bigger margin, but it sort of compensates for the fact that they didn't come out last Friday. So first up is a community challenge that was suggested by Samson, and it's called Give It To Me. And if you rack up 20 headshots, you're going to bag yourself the delicious amount of 10,000 XP, and the icing on top of that delicious cake is the fact it's a repeatable challenge. Now headshots are a dime a dozen in this game, you know, you just get them here, there and everywhere. But if you partner that challenge with one of the camo challenges this week, you're going to have yourself a whale of a time. Speaking of which, there's been a lot of nuke whales about on the forums and the game recently. Everyone seems to be reaching that elusive 20 kills with no death achievement, which is impressive to be honest, but it's quite surprising it comes out the woodwork so late on into the game. In saying that though, you guys probably put a lot more effort in than what I did. I got it very early into the game when nobody knew what they were doing. I ran up, pulled the trigger, someone fell over 20 times, and I've been living off the false sense of accomplishment ever since. Now this week you've got 2 camo challenges, and the first one is for the Bear Stalker, and it's the Snowflake Camo. And this is the one that's going to go so well with the Give It To Me challenge, because if you kill 200 foes with the Bear Stalker, you're going to bag yourself that paint job. And the reason I say it goes so well is because, to be honest, if you're looking for kills with the Bear Stalker, unless you're being a vulture and preying on the people that are on the wrong end of a gunfight, you really need to get those headshots, and that's the best combination in the world I reckon this week. As you can probably guess, the second paint job available is the Kitty Camo, and you're going to get that this week if you use, oh god, not again. This week it's available for the Motivator. Oh, as you can probably tell from the disdain in my voice, it's one of the least favourite things in the game in my opinion. I just can't use the blasted thing, and whenever I do use it, there's 5 other people using it on my team, so therefore it renders it completely useless. Anyway, you've got a much easier time than what I did trying to get the 600,000 points of healing done, because you only need 60,000 points of healing this week. So if you do that with the Motivator, you're going to bag yourself the Kitty paint job. Finally, there is a calling card to earn as well this week, and it looks like this. Ah, bonjour monsieur. And you're going to get that for finishing 50 rounds of any game type. But once again to stress, with the camo and the calling card, if you've already got it first time round, don't bother trying to get it this time round, because you're not going to get anything extra for it. I swear down, I repeat that phrase so often, it might as well be a catchphrase. I can hear people jeering in the background going, "Way!" Now if you're looking for a little bit of help with the Bear Stalker this week, what I will do is link you to the King of the Bears video I did, which had my loadout I used when I was trying to get the Kitty paint job for the Bear Stalker, and moving on from that when I was trying to gold the Bear Stalker before I promoted to the next rank, which I did do in the end. Thank you very much, smug face. Like I said before as well, I will also put the class in my description, but it is worthwhile checking out the video. No, it's not a shameless plug for my video, although it is kinda. It's more to do with the fact, like, watching it in action, it allows you to get into the mindset, I reckon. Gives you more of an overview and a feel for how the class works as a whole when it's in action, as opposed to just sort of reading it off a computer screen and assume it works. Irrespective of all that though, there's a bit of a problem now, isn't there? Because without anything to talk about in the second half of this video, it's pretty much redundant. No loadout, no entertainment, no nothing. And God knows my webcam isn't powerful enough or decent enough for me to record me doing jazz hands for 5 minutes straight to entertain you all. One thing I do want to talk about is the reason why I've not done any Argle Bargle this weekend, because in doing that, it sort of covers the topic I was going to talk about then, fills out the second half of the video, makes me feel a bit better about myself, and you know, tomorrow hopefully will be a bright sunny day, and I can actually see where I'm going. Seriously, you should still check out this fog, it's ridiculous. Now, the whole Argle Bargle premise is just for me to be myself. I'm not saying the GCI 101 series doesn't, although in saying that, you have to be sort of clean cut and precise. You know, you have to tackle challenges, have to get loadouts done, get it out on time, jobs are good, and there's not really much space for manoeuvring and waffling. Although in saying that, you're talking to the king of waffle over here. I could talk the back legs off a donkey if you gave me half the chance. But the way I see the Argle Bargle series going is just for me to pick any game I want, there's no pressure, talk about what I want, or, you know, address a certain thing within the game, so like the whole Necromancer thing, and you know, just generally have a natter with people and just get some thoughts off my chest. Unfortunately, I didn't get one done this weekend, and the reason for it, and to be honest, looking back at the challenges this week, it's highly ironic, is I couldn't get myself motivated, I couldn't get myself up, I couldn't get focused, I just couldn't bring myself round to record any commentaries. Now, it's not because I didn't want to do it, because like I said before, I do enjoy doing them, and it's nice to sort of upload them and get all the comments and just generally have a talk with people. Although I am regretting using the word nice. Ugh, I hate that word so much. But what it was, and I imagine a lot of people can probably relate to this, at one point or another in time, you know, you just get stuck in this lull, this lackluster period where you just can't be bothered to do anything. So what I was going to do in the Argle Bargle, but I'll do it now, is basically ask you all, you know when you need to get something done, when you need to get motivated, when there's a goal you set in life and you want to achieve it, how do you keep focused, how do you get yourself around to completing it? Anyway, I hope that sort of compensates for it, but I better wrap things up. Thanks for watching the gameplay and the commentary, I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to rate, comment and subscribe, keep up the GGs, and I shall see you in the next video. Take care of yourselves, I'm going to head off and get a cup of tea. Oh crap, I forgot about the fog!